Oh my God, I'm tired. Sorry, y'all. This is crazy. This is really insane. I'm just asking God to just get this stuff out of our spirit. Get this stuff out of our way. I can't. Grain for purple mountain majesties, fruited plain. Confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in Lord. America, America, God shed his grace on thee. Crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. From sea to shining. Now tell me you don't feel that spirit. You don't feel that spirit in that song. This is what we need back again, okay? These kids today are not learning patriotism for some reason. That was how we were able to find ourselves as an American and what we stood for here. Because the words were basically, it was a song, but but in that song, we talked about God. We talked about how he crowned our good with brotherhood, like meaning that we all kings and we all come together to to in friendship with one another. They don't teach people that now. You can't replace God the way God wants to really see us live here in his land. These people coming with all this ideology and all that crazy stuff, it's really destroying America. Because I'm talking about this so much because I work in early education. And being that um I don't know how many of you paid attention to this administration when they was going for the RNC, when they was having like the rallies, and as President Trump did his tours to talk to the American people about what he's offering as his policies, right? And one of the things he did talk about is these education with these woke teachers, this stupid this how they just trying to replace things with DEI. You can't replace DEI with people teaching the kids that if you're going to bring in some immigrants, they should come with their own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Teach their own children. Not even in America. Go to your country and teach your kids. You know what I'm saying? That's not, to me, that's totally disrespectful. Like they come here, they taking everything, they taking over your job. I mean, I should have that child care center. And this is why I made it clear to President Trump, come to Delaware because this is Biden's state. And this is just how they are. These Democrats are just disgusting. I think they just need to get out of the United States. They don't care about this country. So why would you live someplace when people are just in the country that don't really not here because they love it here. They just here for the profits and they just here for the power. We don't That's not how you build America. And that's why I'm saying that this your whole thing is United States of America. We need to come united in United States of America. It's been 250 years now. And these Democrats have nothing been trouble in America. You don't love it here. You're not really passionate about what's going to happen to our future because you bring in foreigners here and replacing us just so you can stay in power. And you don't know how dangerous that is to our culture here and to the values that we want to put into our children. We want to pour into our children. We don't want people to come in the country and indoctrinate them with something else. We want them to know who they are. And this is what I am saying, President Trump. If you come across this video, anybody come across this video, please let President Trump know this. I mean, I've been fired from my job for a t-shirt. A t-shirt. And then on top of that, she didn't even fire me. Like we sat in the room and, I told her what my teaching strategies was. So what's the problem? That's something she's hiding there. This foreign woman gonna fire me. I'm an American. Here's my photo of proof that I went to school here. Look in the back of my classroom. Look at my classmates. Look at us. Look at us. You know, I'm an American. I can't even freaking get a school job without getting fired by a foreigner. And this is what's frustrating me. This is what's frustrating me. Nobody can tell me no differently. They should not be teaching our children. You got to be careful about the people who are putting their hands, especially when they're very young. You don't know what they indoctrinating your children with. This woman has nothing. She knows nothing about America. And that's what I'm sick about these Indians. They come here. They don't practice Christianity. They into Hinduism and all this other stuff. You putting your kids around and they got the liquor stores. They got all these Popeyes. They got, again, here, these smoke shops. Everything they just buy. America is not your place. You know what I'm saying? You didn't come here to build your life in America. You should be building your life in your own country. You come here, you do your trade, and you go back to your land. That's how you do it in your friendship as far as foreign trade and foreign, things that you want to do. This is from the beginning of the Bible. These people are, that's why I say, God said we're not supposed to be associating with those people. Because when you bring them here, it's the sin roots into your nation. And you allow these people to stay here and feel they're American and they could just push us off our jobs, firing us for barely nothing. They can't communicate with you because they don't serve your God. So why should they be in our schools teaching our children? Why should they even be around our children with those kind of pagan gods? This is what Biden, Harris, and Obama did. This has gotten worse since those people been in administration. These people are not supposed to be here. They don't respect Americans because they only here for the profits and the money, and they buying up everything and making American people become like they country. I don't give a fuck. Drag that fucking woman out of that fucking center. She didn't have no right to do that to me. I'm an American. That's what makes me so mad. I've been here all my life. I never even been in her country. And she coming mines and taking shit that she's not supposed to be taking. This is why I did the thing. This is why I say this. I will not vote for J.D. Vance because he's married to one of them. And I'm just going to put it out there because you don't marry these foreign women and put them in the White House, especially from that culture. You can see how they act now. They just up here, just buying up all the fucking real estate here. They kicking American people out their own fucking country. They own all of Uber drivers and all these fast food. That's why I don't like this online shit. Okay? You don't know where your money going. That's why God said use our own money. In God we trust. These people come here and thought this was a free for all. And they came here, they got visas, they got to build their lives here. Build your life in your own fucking country. Y'all got to get it together over there. Y'all got to get your system together. Don't come keep taking shit from the American people because we don't owe you shit. This shit was fucking our ancestors and everything left this inheritance to us, and y'all coming and taking and robbing our fucking land. Leave every motherfucker. Trump, I want the fucking child care center. I don't mean to say it like that. Trump, please forgive me. I don't mean to talk to my. This is how frustrated I am because I like to teach. It's in my heart to teach the American children. I want to teach. I want us to be one of the. I believe in teaching strategies of how children are going to grow to be strong and not broken, or learning about in the earliest part of their life about who they are. Because when you try to get them at an older age, it just gets difficult. But I'm just saying, President Trump, please, I'm praying, please get there to that child care center at Goddard School is somewhere in Wilmington. Um, this woman want me to wear a T-shirt every day, and I'm a grown woman. Who goes to school with a T-shirt when you're a teacher and you're an educator? Uniform like that. If I gotta dress the part, I should dress the part as an educator, right? Look at my class picture. This was like when I was in junior high school. But still, look how disciplined and structured we are. We even got the American flag in the back. Well, come on, we got to do something about this because we got to get these foreigners out of our land. They got here and they think they gonna come and take over because of the money. They ain't serving God. Why are they robbing God? Would a man rob God? Yes, they will. And we're not supposed to allow that to happen. And this is what Biden, Obama, and Harris and them do just to stay in power. You don't do that to your people. They need to kick them out of the country. Kick them out. They need to go to the countries these people live in and try to help them over there. Since they want to take care of so many immigrants and leave American people out of their jobs. Especially the ones like me who's passionate about it. It's not fair because I really want to help America. And it's not fair. They don't love America. They just here for the money. Money that don't belong to them. I don't know who be dealing with these people. This is why God said the righteous can't be with the unrighteous. These people do not assimilate with us. They've been here for years. That's why I said that immigration thing gotta go. All the immigration has always been to me, and all I look at it as is a way to legally bring in migrant workers to be slaves, cheap labor. That's it. I don't look at it as any way of helping our economy, and it's hurting our economy due to the fact that it's hurting American people jobs because you're bringing people in for cheap labor. American people ain't going to work for that little bit of money and live with a whole bunch. No, this is our country, and I'm first. So you get your ass on going to your country, and you could build your life over there, and I'm speaking it because it's sickening that these people could stay in our land, in our country, and benefit better than the American people. I wish those Democrats never get in office again. Ever. They got to come up with a whole new party because they ignorant. They don't think about Americans. All they think about is power and money and power, profits and power. That's why I'm glad hell bust wide open to know who's been fucking up America. Them Democrats. They so stupid. They lazy. They don't want to really do nothing. That's why they want to bring them immigrants in. They just want to make money and they just want to gain a seat in the Congress and the law making things so they could keep what God is taking it down. You take care of your home first. You don't be taking care of these foreigners. Then they come over here. You can't get them out. That's why I say, yeah. I told some people, like they said, should these immigrants not get DHA? I don't care if they shut the whole damn thing down till they starve them the fuck out. Don't even go in their centers, shut their centers down because they shouldn't be teaching American children anyway in those places, and they don't get the best teachers. They get some DEI. I'm gonna say just putting the body in the classroom. That's it. They're not really teaching the children, so they brain cells can. They can find things in their brain cells and stuff, and those things can open up to them. They're not doing that. All they doing is wanting the money. We send their ass back to their dirty ass country. Let us take our country back. Okay, this is why I had to call this to President Trump. I don't really like to talk like this, but this is just starting to become a little bit too much for my, it's just getting too much. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I'm 60 years old. I ain't wearing no t-shirt to work, Trump. I like to go to work looking the part. Okay? That's who I am. Don't reduce me. That's why I want him to go there and check it out for himself. Check every last one of them because they not, you know how far Delaware is from New York. And Delaware is a banking state. Okay? And both of my careers have been in that area of Wilmington. This is what brought me to Delaware. But I didn't want to do banking anymore. I wanted to go into early child education. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to, because I found so many stupid people in the world. And I just felt like people wasn't taught anything. And I think that by me being in the classroom, somebody that knows how to teach in my own kind of strategy to make the classroom really exciting, especially my age. And my kids love me. And that's another thing. When the children get attached to teachers in an early age, they can't see teachers keep moving in and out of the classroom. You want somebody who wants to really be there. I wanted to be there. I wasn't not trying not to be there. I was there like I was supposed to be there every day, on time. Anytime I had to go and cover a classroom, I was there. The children were being taught. The children were being, um, you know, cared for in the classroom. I took care of everything that was told, except for I didn't want to wear a t-shirt. And I want President Trump to go up in there. I want him to check them. How they put in black educators. It ain't even got nothing to do with my color. Okay, that's not what the whole point is. The whole thing is that she should not be there in the first place. When you want to bring up the strong, surviving American children moving ahead, looking great for America, bringing back that America pride, loving your country, protecting your country, and all that, it got to start from the beginning. And I don't think nobody who wasn't born here, who came here on some immigration thing, which I don't think they should be coming over here in the first place. They need to fix that policy because it's not working for the American people. If they're not born here, if they want to come here for tourism or whatever, but I don't think they should be living in our country. I'm sorry. Because people getting too comfortable. And they think that they can treat Americans who have history here to teach and pass on to our children. And they trying to take that away. And they got their own country. you know? And God don't like this. I work on spirit. I keep telling people, God do not want these people in America because they're taking away the fabric of our country. They losing the history of our country. The kids don't know how to say the flag. I just had a conversation with some idiot on, I can't, you try to break things down and be intelligent about it, but they don't get it. I gave you the whole, you see, every time I do a graphic or anything, I always give every detail. I detail things. I don't just throw it out there. I do my research. I don't just speak on something I have not researched. And today, the minds are not, people are not critical thinkers. They more group think today. And I don't like it. I want children to be free. I want them to express themselves freely so I will know where that child is going. That's a teacher, seeing the future. These people are not here for our children. And y'all need to just start cracking down on these child care centers that do have these things going on in America. These people shouldn't even be living in our country. Them Indians, they steal too much, they thieves, they liars, they think they better than Americans, and they shouldn't be in our country if they feel they better than us. If you feel that you need the resources that you need or whatever to help build whatever you need to do over there, it needs to be done over there, not here. We could take care of ourselves over here. We know what we're doing. And that's the only reason I'm saying that President Trump need to come out here. And I usually don't go this far, but this is really, truly over my head. I've been out of work for 6 months, and I ain't living, and this is not fair to the American people, leaving us starving, leaving us begging, and trying to send us to welfare, because I ain't no welfare check. Okay? I got too much in me to be on welfare. And that's what I'm trying to say. Them Democrats should be all fired. They should never be back in office. No Democrat whatsoever. Ever, ever, ever. That's a dangerous thing they've been doing. Even leaving the borders open for people to come inside and just kill us all. You know what I'm saying? That is the wickedest thing you can do when you in power. That you don't care about the people's safety. They should never be back in office. And did you see they didn't stand up for us? You see a whole bunch of immigrants sitting there in our Congress. Where these people come from? The Democrats. They smuggled them in for votes. Hey, they smuggle us in for votes. That's what they do to stay in power. President Trump, he knows, he knows. But I just wanted him to tell him, like they did over there in Somalia, come on over here to Delaware, because you know, what's that dude over there? Look, they going to put a dude like that in that kind of place. You know how terrifying that is? They ignorant. They ignorant. You got to care about people. I'm sorry. You cannot be working in that kind of government and don't care about the lives of people. They wicked. The Chuck Schumer should have been out of there. That man been there forever. They want to hold on to their life because they crooks, they thieves, they the people that they let into the country when they opened up the borders, left the borders open. That's just who they are. All of that in one. Homosexuals, fornicators, liars, thieves, murderers. That's who the fuck they are. And they need not to be sitting around any body of government over the lives of the citizens. I'm sorry. These people are too wicked. They too wicked. With that being said, let me get back to this call. I'll talk to you all again if something else comes up in my mind. You all have a great evening and good night.